Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blip. Today we'll be going over all the Season 7 arcs, including Bad Batch, Martez, and Mandalore. If you're looking at them on YouTube, they will be in 3 different sections. So, welcome to the Blip Pod. I'm Nolan.
I'm Joey.
And cue our awesome theme music. Today we're talking. Let's first get into it. Season 7 is complete today. More accurately, all of Clone Wars is done, and we all collectively.
Sadly.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Every Star Wars fan is crying. Their childhoods are officially over.
It is weird to think about it. Like it's been 12 years since I started watching that show. Yeah, good lord. So first off, let's talk about the whole arcs today, and then specifically we'll break it down to little bits. Bad Batch. No, my bad back. Oh, my back!
We're old now.
You can never get a good Tobey Maguire. Too many Tobey Maguire references.
Hey, remember that one time when I was boom op for Caitlin saying my back was hurting so bad?
Oh my goodness.
I'm holding up the boom pole and my face is getting all red. I'm in pain.
That was, for anyone listening, Joey, we had to boom up on set one day, or we had to help on set one day, and we're driving there. Joey picks me up, we're driving there, and Joey just goes, I'm good, just I pray to God I'm not on boom up. We show up, and of course there's me, who was fine on boom up, and Caitlin goes, no, Joey, you be boom up. I was like, this is the worst.
I'm like, the one job I didn't want to do, because like the night before I hurt my back really bad, and I woke up and it was just killing me, and that was the one job I didn't want to do, and that's the one job I got. See,
the problem is the minute that you say something, you can't have something happen, it immediately happens. Every time.
Yep.
I've stopped saying stuff can't catch on fire. Oh, frick. Oh, my house is on fire. Okay, regardless of that terrible dad bun. First arc, Bad Batch. I like this arc, not as much as the last arc, obviously, and not as much as some of the earlier arcs in Clone Wars, but I think this was an enjoyable arc that gave us some new characters and some cool action scenes.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely so many arcs in Clone Wars that I do like better, because there's so much good content within Clone Wars, so it's hard to beat. But I think this is a great way to start off this season, especially after being years since Clone Wars, the last Clone Wars season. So it was a perfect way to kind of ease us back in, not go too far in, but also teasing some stuff for the future and some references leading up to Revenge of the Sith. So it gave us some, like especially with Padme, what she was pregnant in the hologram.
Terrible at hiding that, I've realized. People's problems with the movies is always like, how did no one realize that Anakin and Padme weren't a thing? You know, they like, you know this part in Revenge of the Sith where it's like the entire Jedi Council is walking down a hallway and Anakin runs over, hugs and kisses Padme. And then they're like, not here, someone might catch us. No, someone has clearly already caught you. Like, that public display of affection was seen by quite literally everyone who has the ability to catch you. And people picked that out. And then it turns out that, yeah, basically everybody. Like, Obi-Wan clearly knows that Anakin and Padme
I love how earlier in the series, I forget, it was like season 5, I think it was, when he's talking to Obi-Wan in one of those chamber rooms, meditating rooms, and he's getting like all frustrated and saying like stuff about having too much emotions for someone, and then Obi-Wan gives his like one of his smirk comments that he always gives, just kind of hinting that he knows about him and Padme, and then it goes back to that in this in the first arc, which was I think was the second episode that happened, when it completely just flat out just said, yeah, Obi-Wan knows. So I thought that was really good.
I thought it was a cool nod. I also realized, if you're not a show watcher, imagine being a clone and then hear your two generals talking to each other, and Anakin's just like, we're actually going to do that thing. No, I don't want to do the thing. We have to do that thing.
Like, what thing?
You just feel like, what is going on here? I'm totally missing something. But okay, regardless of the Jedi stuff, I think introducing the Bad Batch, Batch 99, was a good way to both introduce old characters like Echo and Rex, but also give us new characters. Like, it's basically a cool analogy for the whole show. Introduce us to stuff we already know, while at the same time updating and giving us variants on it.
And I also love how that they're called, what are they called, like Troop 99?
Yeah.
I love how they're referred to as 99, as we have that one
Yeah.
character 99, and he's like a defective clone, and they're all defective clones, and they all under 99. So I thought that was a really good callback for him.
That's what should... No. Scrap this. That's what the arc should have been. You know, like, the ship... You know how the intro ship flies down and it, like, lands crazily, and then the drop ship comes down, it's like, this is the Bad Batch, and they all walk out? What if ship flies in, thing drops down, and then decked out in full hunchback regalia is a revived 99 in, like, decked out with, like, 100 grenades and leading his own little clone posse?
Just like a crap ton of 99 clones. Like, they're not like all beefed up and juiced up like they're mutants. They're actually just like defective old clones like the real 99 was, but they all like have machine guns and kicking ass.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You're right. That's so much better. Have them all be 99 clones. Have them all be like hunchbacks. Be like, this is our geriatric squad. Don't mind them.
That's great.
Yeah, so I thought this was enjoyable. I thought the catching Echo stuff was not catching. Rescuing Echo stuff was cool. I wonder what happened. I wish we had seen what happened to them in Order 66, but we'll get to that later.
I know that YouTube does have a bunch of like theories of what happened to them and stuff like that. I thought that's why they were introducing them, because they were going to end up showing them in Order 66 at the end.
I'm kind of glad they didn't, because they had enough going on.
Yeah, true.
I think this was...
Can't outshine my girl Ahsoka and Rex.
Yeah, they wanted... I think those episodes, they're almost like a bottle episode if you think about it. We'll get to that later, but you guys can check that out. If you're listening to the video version, there will be a separate version that will also be posted today. Mandalore, Order 66. Execute Order 66. It's my favorite thing to do. That and... Okay, just side thing. Total side note, I'm getting a little bit off track. Favorite part of the entire season is just being able to go, Kenobi. Kenobi! I thought Kenobi would send someone a little bigger. Yeah, I like the... Honestly, I don't have too much to say about this arc. I like the nods they give to previous clone troops. I like the helmets. Helmets are cool.
I do like how... I think this was a good way to start off Rex's arc for the rest of the season, because it did have to rely a lot on Rex and basically about him losing all his brothers, because out of the Domino Squad, they were all gone, and then he found out that Echo was still alive, so it was basically like he was able to get one of his brothers back. So you saw the loyalty and determination out of him to go through hell and back to try to find his lost brother, which they finally do. So he finally gets his only brother left from Domino Squad back, only just to lose him again to the Bad Batch. And you saw like the emotion on his face as he left. So I thought it was a great arc for Rex too.
Rex really, this whole season is just one continuously knife in the side from Rex. Like, it just progressively gets worse and worse for this guy. I guess it gets progressively worse and worse for everyone because they're dead. But
but as it got worse for him, it made me love him even more than I already did.
Oh, 100%. For all of our listeners, Joey is currently constructing a Captain Rex outfit.
Yeah, I just finished the chin piece on the helmet today.
Looks pretty good, actually. You sent me a picture of it. I was like, oh, damn, that's actually pretty sweet. And you're doing it, well, regardless, doing it all freehand. So if you finish that up, we'll definitely have to post that to the thing, to the social medias. My old man. Yeah. Honestly, I thought Crusher was my only problem with this, in the fact that he was a little bit cliche, or Wrecker. I literally just watched this like 2 days ago and I don't remember his name, which is not a good sign. The clones are basically the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know we've had this discussion before, but you have the leader, you have, Cool But Rude, you got Party Dude, you got...
The Brainiac.
Yeah, you got the Brainiac. So, I guess...
I like that aspect of it.
I did like that aspect. You can never go wrong with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle knockoffs. But, no, obviously, it's just kind of a team structure that just happens to be in a lot of stuff. I did like...
I also love... Oh, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. If for anyone not realizing, because we have to call over each other, there's a little bit cut off, but...
I was just going to say how I loved seeing Anakin in action this season, because especially when he killed... what's his name?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, like how he... you really saw like the dark side of him, and like how he... Like when he got angry, how badass he became.
It did kind of quench the thing, because people do also always say this, is that Anakin in the Clone Wars and Anakin in the movies are two different people, but they're not. It's just in the Clone Wars he's a little bit more in his own element, which is why he's a little more happy-go-lucky. But I did like he killed Spider-Face. Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, I don't think they really meant for him to be different. It's just like, as we've been saying forever, it's just like the way that he was directed in the screen, like the writing for him,
Yeah,
is what made him seem different, even though he's not supposed to be. But we've been saying that forever.
Yeah, that is, if you take anything away from this podcast, it's that we love the prequels, but the dialogue is no, but he kills Spider-Face. I did also like the scene where the guy, they throw little discs, and so they bounce all the lasers off the walls and kill all the droids. I was like, okay, that is clean. That is that is a new way to do clone battles, because we've seen clones kill clankers in like every possible situation and scenario and style over 12 years. So the fact that they made it to make it feel new and fresh and not weird and reusable, I was like, okay, Dave Filoni
showed off his skill too.
Yes, Dave Filoni knows what he's doing. I mean, he always does, but this season was kind of a love letter to everything like that.
It was a salute to the fans.
It was. I mean, I also think, and we've talked about this, and you guys, for anyone listening, if they haven't listened to our episode 7-1 of our podcast, the full-length podcast, go give that a listen. But we talk about this there. This season was clearly a jump-off for all the Mandalorian and future stuff on Disney+.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just want to
setting up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. They just want to bring Ahsoka and Rex back into like the zeitgeist, if you will, so that when they show up in other shows, people will be excited for them. Do you have any final thoughts?
Just basically, it was a good start to the season, good addition to the series, and made me definitely look forward to the rest of the season.
Okay, so that is our first episode in the 3-episode arc for our Clone Wars reviews. So go check out our next review, which is on the Martez sisters arc. Hasta la vista.
See ya.